So my name is Tracy. I came here to be treated for a protruding disc that I experienced while I was in bed with COVID in October of last year. So prior to my injury, I was an administrative assistant and I spent long hours and days at the computer. I had a 45-minute commute, so I was in the car a lot, and that was one way. And I worked in an office 4 days a week, and I worked at my desk, and administrative assistants are at their desk quite a lot because they have people coming up to them, and employees and team members would come up and ask me to do things on the computer or work on projects. So I mainly sat at my desk all the time, and I worked out a couple days a week at the gym, probably there for an hour or 2 hours, and 3 days a week. And I did like bike riding and pretty active, before COVID. So the symptoms I was feeling before were severe back pain, and I couldn't get out of bed. I was in bed for 2 weeks with COVID. I felt this piercing pain in my back, lower back. I could hardly even get up out of bed, walk around. I didn't go outside for a straight week, trying to figure out what was going on. Of course, I reached for the heating pad and the typical over-the-counter treatments and started taking Advil. It would work for a couple hours, and then I didn't feel good after that. I still had the pain. It was very severe. So the other treatment options I was aware of was chiropractic. And I had been seeing chiropractors in the past, and I just recently came to Dr. Rascioli's team and had started coming here to get adjustments to keep up with my physical health. I had started this before I got sick with the pain in my back. Typically it was adjustments and heating pad and Advil when I felt pain. I was aware of the surgeries, and I have a lot of friends who recently had back surgery. When I asked them how it was going, they literally said that they were still in pain and they weren't 100%. And so my dad had back pain in the past, and he had surgery too, and he was never the same. So I didn't want to go that route. I wanted to try something in the chiropractic environment and see if that would help my back pain. I decided to use the spinal decompression over the other options because the other options weren't working for me. Dr. Rascioli and his team explained to me the benefits of the decompression table and specifically the Accuspina. They hadn't gotten the machine yet, so I was first on the list to be a part of that treatment. And when it arrived, I was looking forward to seeing how this would work for me because the other treatments and options did not work for me. So the fears I had before and after were, before I had, of course, worried about any treatment. Is it going to hurt my back worse? Am I going to feel better right away? How long do I have to be on the table? How do I get hooked up to it? All of the typical questions were answered for me by the team who helped me understand what was going to be happening to me. Afterwards, I had no fear at all. I couldn't wait to get here every time I had treatment because I knew that I was on the path to having more quality of life. So the procedure felt like very comfortable. Before I started, I was thinking, is it gonna make it worse before it gets better? And I didn't feel that at all. I basically was able to kind of take a nap while I was on the table because it was just so calm and it was not painful at all. So non-surgical decompression has really changed my life. I'm able to get up and walk around. In the morning, I have no stiffness or sharp pain, and I can get back on my bike now and go back to the gym and be a lot more active than when I walked in here. So the customer service here at R2W is, I have to say, phenomenal. I've worked in medical my whole life, working in hospitals and doctors' offices, and the support and the dedication and the compassion from all of these employees has been phenomenal. They have shown their true colors and have helped me understand what this treatment is going to do for me, and they've been by my side the whole time. So this is Buzz. Buzz is part of the Dr. Rossioli's team here at R2W, and Buzz is a great addition to the team. So I would say to someone who's facing injections and possible surgery that try this decompression table. It will change your life, and you won't have to have any kind of pain from surgery or injections, because those to me are painful. I can't imagine anybody wanting to do that when this AccuSpine machine is much better and provides better results. And injections don't solve anything. They just mask the problem, and Dr. Rossioli and his team get to the problem, understand the source, and look at the test results from the MRI. It's proof in the pudding right there of what needs to be done, and it can be done without all of the other kinds of over-the-counter and injection treatments.